Hey everyone, welcome to Standard MTG, and today we're going to be going over my top 10 rares that I think will see constructive play from the new set, Kaldheim. Very exciting set. This was extremely hard to keep to 10. There's way more than 10 for me that will see constructive play. I've got some honourable mentions that will be coming at the end of the video, so make sure you stay to the end because you don't want to miss any that I think will see some play. Obviously, of course, let me know in the comments which you are really excited to brew around, which cards you think will be, going into decks as well. I'm going to be putting lots of brews together, so very excited about that. And I'll be playing the early access event. I think it's on 5 days time, 27th, so hopefully see you all there. Just watch out on my socials for when I will be going live with that. But without further ado, let's get on to the cards today. And the first one we're going to have a look at is Old Growth Troll. Triple green, 4/4. Great stats for 3 mana. If you go above the stats of a casting cost, it's always pretty decent. 4/4 for 3 trample. Now, obviously, this is probably going to go in like the green food decks or some kind of mono green. It's going to be pretty hard probably to go in any other type of deck. But hey, still leave champions saw play. This for me is definitely going to see play. So what do you get when the troll dies? If it was a creature, return it to the battlefield. Then it's an aura enchantment forest you control. Enchanted forest has tap, add 2 green mana, and 1 sacrifice this land, and you create a 4/4 green troll warrior creature token with trample. Now, a lot of text there. New players are going to be like, what? But this, for me, is definitely going to see play. It's got nothing but upsides in it. 4/4 trample's great. 3 mana in the green. Food decks, mono green aggro decks are going to absolutely love this card. Does a lot, replaces itself as well, sacrifice the land, create a 4/4 green troll token with trample as well. It's just a really, really good green card. Now, for me, green gets some amazing. There's quite a few green cards in this top list for me. Green gets some amazing cards, and who'd have thought of seeing that coming, eh? So let's get on to my next rare that I think we'll see play, which is a Varagoth Bloodsky Sire. 2/3 for 3, Demon Rogue with Death Touch. Now, this has a tutor ability as its boast, which I think is absolutely amazing. So, Death Touch is great. 2/3, nice stats for the 3 mana. Can block stuff and just basically kill anything potentially. And the boast, though, for 2 mana, target player searches their library for a card, shuffles their library, puts it on top. Now, if you're playing against Mill, that could be a little bit annoying, but still. Searching your library, getting the exact card that you want, put it on top. Maybe if you're in blue as well, you could, draw the card or whatever. But this is really good. Now, you do have to attack with it, but you're attacking with a Death Touch creature, and it will always make your opponents think whether, I should block and kill this because I don't really want my opponent tutoring every single time, which will be, pretty fair, to be honest. Varagoth, very, very strong. Great little ability there with the boast, and I think we'll certainly see some play. Now we go for this little 1/1 for 4, but it's a squirrel, which just makes it automatically amazing for me. This spell can't be countered. It's indestructible. Toski, Bearer of Secrets, attacks each combat if able. Whenever a creature you control does combat damage to a player, draw a card. So lots of great card draw for green here. This legendary squirrel definitely going to be built around. Turn outside of the standard format where I think it's definitely going to see play is going to be Commander. I just find it really, really fun sort of card. Does a lot, and it's a squirrel. Let's be honest here. Now, where the deck's going to see this, put it on mutate this. Mutate into it, it can't be countered, then it's indestructible, just makes me, totally a mutating target for me. Has to attack each combat, but it's indestructible, so it makes no difference whatsoever. Toski will definitely see some place, and I'm really looking forward to mutating onto this squirrel. Now, the Phyrexian Praetor, 6/6 Vorinklex. We've had Vorinklex before. Very, very exciting card. 6 mana, trample, haste. Another amazing green card here. Lots of text. If you put 1 or more counters on a permanent player, put twice that many counters of each of those counters on that permanent player instead. Shouts of doubling seasons and cards like that. If an opponent would put 1 or more counters on a permanent player, they put half that many. So opponent gets half the counters, which is hilarious. Each of those counters on that permanent player, they round down, so they can't be a half a counter. It's going to be 1. But this massive, can attack as soon as it comes down, and it's a big 6/6, and it's just got so many cool abilities. Now, Team or Ramp probably going to love this. Maybe is a big end to, mono green as well. I think you're going to, see this quite a lot because it is a finisher as well. Forgetting about what it does, it's a 6/6 with trample and haste, so it's definitely going to be a finisher. And then people want to play with a Phyrexian card. So vorinklex will definitely be seeing some play. Now we go to a red spell, and it's Tibbles, Trickery. Red are getting a counter spell. Crazy, I know. Long text list. A lot of these cards that I'm finding from this set have, an exuberant amount of text. And for new players, it might seem somewhat daunting, but they're going to get used to it after playing with it quite a lot of time. But this is counter target spell. Choose 1, 2, or 3 at random. Then its controller mills that many cards. This is so you can't, stack your deck. Then exiles cards from the top of the library. They may exile a non-land card with a different name to that spell. Cast the card, no mana cost. Put the other exiled cards on the bottom of the library in a random order. Very interesting card. It's going to be played because it's going to be used as, people will want to try this. Having a red counter spell is just going to really help, is it decks and stuff like that. And you're going to potentially get a really cool ability and get something in that's, potentially amazing and a turn 2 to, something a lot quicker than it really should be going in. Tibbles Trickery, I'm very interested. I really like the art on this as well, I must say. And I'll be really interested to see how this fares. Will it stay? I mean, it's got the random aspect to it, but will it stay in standard? Not too sure. What do you think? Now we go to one of my lovely blue spells. You know me, I'm a blue mage. Graven Lore. 5 mana seems a lot, but you get to scry X, where X is the amount of snow spent to cast this spell. Then you draw 3 cards, and it's at instant speed. This is very, very good. I will be playing this without a doubt. Snow's definitely going to be a thing in standard, and Graven Lore is just, scry X, where X is the amount of, you just use all your snow permanents spent to cast a spell. Draw 3 cards just seems absolutely bonkers to me. Amazing card. Put it all in your blue snow decks without a doubt. Your mixtures. This is just going to be really good, and it's going to, potentially, it's not a game one that's going to win the game, but it potentially is because it's going to draw you back into the game and help you find what you want. So Graven Lore for me is definitely going to have a place in standard. So the next card, another green, double green. They're just so good, these green cards. In Search of Greatness. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent spell from your hand with coveted mana cost equal to 1 plus the highest coveted mana cost among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. If you don't scry 1, scrying is an amazing ability, and we know what, Fires of Invention, stuff like that, cheating stuff into play without paying mana tends to be quite broken. So I'm interested to see how good this card can be. I think it's going to be played in all manner of different decks trying to do it. Double green isn't too much of a problem. It's not like the troll that's triple green. It's slightly harder and will just be in green decks. I think this will feature in different decks because double green with the mana fixing we have is not going to be too hard. So in Search for Greatness, possibly not Fires of Invention, but this is 2 mana, remember, 2 mana. So let's see how strong the In Search for Greatness really is. Next card, we go for an Angel Berserker, Eradicator Valkyrie. 4 mana, great mythic this one, 4/3, flying, lifelink, hexproof from Planeswalkers. So they're not going to be able to bolt you with your Eugene, which is going to be really good because it has hexproof from it. They're going to have to exile it and minus. Flying, this is so much. A great finisher for me in maybe Dimir Control or something like that. The Boast, paying 2, sacrifice a creature. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or Planeswalker is pretty strong as well. But just as a beatdown angel as well. And it's, I'm going to say again, it's an angel. I love angels. I put together like an Orzhov angel deck, ordered angels and demons, and this is definitely going to be added in there. I think this is going to be a really cool, heavily used cards. Flying life, and it's got the evasion, it's got life gain, which obviously control decks will like as well, and it's hexproof from Planeswalkers, which is never going to be bad, is it? Let's be honest here. 4/3, very nice card, and I'll be flying the angel for sure. Final 2 cards now before I get to my honourable mentions. So don't forget as well, if you want to see the commons and uncommons, those videos will be in the description below if you've missed out on them. They'll be in there for you to go and check out after this. So, final 2, what do we got? We got Doomscar. Love this. Destroy all creatures, 5 mana, but it's the foretell that for me makes this brilliant. Now, it is sorcery, so you can't play at instant speed in the opponent's turn. You have to stipulate by what the cards go by, so this is sorcery. But you can pay this turn 2, great. And then foretell for 3 mana. Let your opponents build up their board and then foretell it later on. It is just an amazing card for me, and it's going to see so much play. We do have obviously Shatter the Sky for 4 mana that is really good, but potentially getting this down turn 2 and then Raffin on turn 3 just seems really good. Stop those aggro decks. Doomscar for me, going to see so much play, and yeah, especially from me as well. The final card on my list is Goldspan Dragon. 3 double red, 4/4, flying haste. I like dragons. I just love, the speediness of this sort of thing. If I'm going to play red, I do like playing big red, and this dragon seems really cool to me. When the dragon attacks or becomes a target of a spell, create a treasure token. Now, why don't you think treasure token? But this is, these treasure tokens are a little bit different. Treasures you control sacrifice to add 2 mana of any one color. So it was before, I think we've had stuff like that. It's like 1 mana, but this is to add 2 mana. So this is really good. So this is when this attacks. So you can actually attack, make the artifact, and then potentially protect it with a counterspell or something like that, or making it hexproof, or something to help you along the way with another card. Really cool. Beat down, nice stats, 4/4 for 5, and it's just going to do a lot of work. I think it's a pretty decent mythic for me. Going to be maybe seen in, I don't know, maybe in some Gruul aggro, because it could be at the top end. It's 5 mana and it has that evasion of flying. It can come down and straight away attack. Maybe put in that dirty Ember Cleave on it just to make it a little bit bigger, and then you protect it as well. Really cool card. Can't wait to see some dragons in play. So we go to some honourable mentions now. Tivar, Kel, going to see play. I think these Planeswalkers here will all see a little bit of play. Elves you control have tapping for the swamp mana, which is nice if you're going to be playing Golgari Elves. And if they're going to become a thing, I think Kel is definitely going to be used. Nico Aris as well. Double blue, white, and X. I like that it's got an X spell in it. Ends battle for create X shard tokens, and these shard tokens, they're going to be pretty useful, I think. Maybe help a little bit of control. Some say they might be a little bit too slow, but I think that, they'd be pretty decent. The -1 on this as well deals 2 damage to target tap creature for each card you've drawn this turn. So drawing cards in blue and white is pretty simple. It doesn't, these are the kind of planeswalkers that don't have that mass minus ability, the emblem type of ability, and I still think they're pretty useful. It's a 3 mana X spell, planeswalker, creating shard tokens. Maybe the top one up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn, so maybe you can use it in different types of decks as well. When it deals combat damage this turn, return it to owner's hand. So if you've got something that's got an ETB effect, could be quite decent, And the other final planeswalker is Kaya, the inexorable, 5 mana. Has the -3, deal with Ugin, very nice. So we've obviously got ETD that is probably, still good to go to. But I think this paired together, I still think it's going to be a very good Planeswalker, and see some Oars of Control, Esper Control builds. I think that's definitely going to be in there. The World Tree, yeah, much spoke about the World Tree. Ends the battlefield tapped. As long as you hold 6 or more lands you can add 1 mana of any colour. It's surely going to be played. Just, if you're going to be doing God Tribal, that final bit, double white, double blue, all the colours. Sacrifice the World Tree, search for any God cards, put them onto the battle, shuffle your library. Just seems like hilarious, and you're going to see God Tribal down there without a doubt, because people will certainly want to try that. I think it's a really fun card, and I think it's definitely going to see a bit of play. And the last one for me is one of the sagas. All the sagas are pretty decent, but I like this one, Thurger's Retribution. 1 double white black. I'm really sort of into Wars of Control at the moment, and I like this. Creating a 4/4 white angel token with flying and vigilant is nice. So, that's just nice straight away. Until end of turn, destroy target creature with power less than the creature's power with the angel. So for me that wants to build an angels deck, this is great. The lore counter for number 3, angels get double strike until end of turn. It's just going to be an amazing finisher if you've got a few on the board, because the stats are always quite big on angels. And smashing in with a 4/4 double strike could end the game pretty easy. So these are all my favourite rares that I think we'll see competitive plays, with some honourable mentions as well. There could be so many more in here. So let me know which ones you're excited about. They're not going to be wrong. It's just that I could have made a bigger list. I think this set is pretty decent at the rare mythic level, and which is good, but it's not always good when you got lack of wildcards, which makes it a little bit harder. So we're going to have to pick and choose the ones we want and which ones we want to build around. And just take it from there as you normally do on Arena. Unless you just want to go all in, just buy, we've all been saving our coins probably. I have been. So I've got a few packs to open that I will be doing live on a Twitch stream. I think I've got like 55,000 coins, and I've also got some gems as well. So I'll be doing a stream live over on Twitch. If you don't follow me there, links in the description, where I'll be opening them all up live, like a virtual pack opening. So yeah, that will be fun. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, don't forget to check out the commons and uncommons video if you haven't already. I'd appreciate that. Giving the video a big thumbs up and commenting helps that with the algorithm juice. Thank you to everyone that's still commenting. I'm here for my algorithm. You know, if you've got nothing else to say in the comments, just say that. It really does help push the videos. I appreciate that. Big shout out to all my new Patreons. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you and everyone, you know, supporting the channel. You lot take care, and I will see you on the next video.